Hey y'all, Sniper here, and we are back on the range today. Today, we're going to be giving a real world test to our barrel cooler. We're going to be shooting the 6 Creedmoor, testing some ammo, and I even brought my laser thermometer so we can see how hot the barrel's running, see how well it's cooling, and see how well it's shooting. So y'all sit back, kick your feet up, enjoy the ride. Okay, y'all, as we hump on down range to set up the target camera, like I said, we're going to be giving the barrel cooler its first real world test. It's kind of a cool morning, so I don't know how soon we're going to get the barrel hot, but it's like 59 degrees right now. For giggles, I just checked the temperature on the barrel before heading down, and the barrel's at 66 degrees, well, because it's been in the house. And yeah, we'll see how the barrel cooler works. We'll see how some H4350 works with the Berger 109s in the 6 Creedmoor. And last time, well, we'll talk about that when we get back to the firing line, but we stopped at, I think like 38.9, and it was a little bit over right at 2,900, and we want to be a little bit slower. Okay. Camera's just below the line of fire. I think we'll be okay. So, since the last time we did any rifle work, I have been to Mississippi and back, shot the Nationals, got some gold. Turned out to be the over 61 champion for my third time. Yay me! Woohoo! Actually, I'm very proud of that. And yeah, been a busy go of it. Kind of dark. We're a little bit later in the year, and the shadows are a little deeper. And hey, there, you almost saw me. Hey, gotta go out, way out into the middle of the range to try to get sunlight, but I'll bring it back in a second. Okay, so for those new to the channel, this is my 6 Creedmoor built on a Solus action. I put a Solus barrel on it. I dropped the action into an MDT Oryx chassis. I have an MDT ground pod, Vortex Venom 5x25 MRAD scope. I now have a bag rider from JKL on the buttstock, an EC tuner brake, which eventually will be retuning for the Varget load. And I have my Garmin mounted to the rail, along with about 3 pounds of external weight. This gun weighs in at 18 and a half pounds, if I'm remembering correctly. Today we will be doing a real world test of the barrel cooler that I built. Compliments of the video from Jarhead Drew. I spent about $40 on this. I did add a one size up clamp so that hose doesn't pop off, and I have my laser thermometer, which shows us that the barrel is now 63 degrees, 63.6, so it has cooled off since I broke it out of the case. And this morning we're going to be shooting the 109 grain Bergers out of Alpha Brass Winchester primer, H4350, Hodgkin 84350, and we're going to be starting at 38.2 grains. And I'm actually going to shoot 5-round groups this morning. So give me another second or two to get things together, and we'll get to shooting. Quick shot of accuracy juice. And right off the bat, let's see what our barrel's temperature is right now here at the chamber. It says 62.9 at the chamber, and at the halfway point, I got 61.8, where it's a little thinner. So, we're going to shoot this first 5-round group, and we'll see what the temperature is of the barrel at the chamber and here at the midpoint. Thermometer's there. Make sure the cooler's going to run. Cooler's going to run. Okay, ears in, eyes on. Chronograph is started. We already know the target camera's running. Take my loaded chamber indicator. Compliments of viewer Izzy. Thank you, Izzy. I really do like that. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I want to take a dry fire or two. Like I said, it's been a while. I think the last rifle shooting we did, we were shooting the 6.5 PRC. And I have lightened this trigger to about 1.5 pounds. One more. Okay. Double check my notes. According to Gordon's GRT, Gordon's reloading tool, 38.2 grains is a 98.9% powder charge. And it should be giving us velocity of 2843. Now, I did that calculation factoring that it was going to be 80 degrees and it's considerably cooler. So we'll see how far off that is. So here we go. 5-shot group, 38.2, starting on the left-hand dot. And I will be holding right at 6 o'clock on the dot. .4849.8. Brass and primer look good. .2852.9. .2863.8. I didn't catch that one. .2853.6. .2846.5. Brass all looks good. Before we go any farther, let's see what that barrel's doing. Chamber is 64.2. Midpoint on the barrel, 62.0. So we really didn't warm up much on those 5. And that 5-shot average gave us a 2853.3 with an extreme spread of 17.2, standard deviation of 5.8. I should write that down. So 25 degrees cooler. Gordon's was still pretty close. I am not going to cool the barrel. It's still plenty cold. I'm going to reset, and then we are going to shoot a 5-shot group at 38.4. Okay, well, we will continue on with 38.4 grains of H4350, pushing the 109 grain Berger. Accuracy juice for the win. And I'm pretty sure I didn't point it out, but the EC tuner brake is still set to 0 right now, because I'm not even close to trying to tune this load. And that first group doesn't look bad. The cold bore shot looks like it hit just a little bit lower than the rest of the group. We'll see how this next batch runs. Okay, 38.4. Again, holding at the 6 o'clock point on the dot. .71.2, and Gordon's told me that 38.4 was a 99.4% load, and we should be averaging 28.58. .72.4. .6867.2. .2871.3. Oop, overshot my hand on that one. .2877.5. Brass and primers all look good. Let's see what that temperature looks like. Chamber is now reading, well, it read 74 for a second, 66.0. And midpoint on the bore is still 62.4. 38.4 gave us an average of 2871.9, extreme spread of 10.3, and a standard deviation of 3.3. And that could have been me moving around a little bit. We'll measure it out at the end. Okay. 38.6 grains of H4350 is 100% powder charge. And Gordon says we should be running 2873. Well, based off our prior load, we know we're going to be running a little bit faster. Remember, I'm trying to find a good load below 2,900 feet per second to extend the barrel life. Okay, 38.6 grains, 5-shot group. Still not, oh, let's double check. Yeah, barrel's still only 65, 66 degrees. We're not going to run the cooler. We'll probably end up running it after the final load. Okay, 38.6. This one is directly in line with the camera. Fortunately, we're hitting just above the dot, so I don't have to worry unless if I do something really, really wonky. 38.6 grains, H4350. Here we go. $28.77.2. And I hate when you blink just as you pull the trigger. $28.73.0. $28.91.6. And I didn't catch that one. $28.81.4. And our final shot with this load . $28.91.8. Brass and primer are all looking good. Barrel is now 68.5 and 67.6 at the midpoint. I make that 69 at the midpoint. Actually, it's all over the map here. Let's let it settle down. 66.7. Man, it feels warmer than 66.7. Make sure we're on Fahrenheit. We are on Fahrenheit. Nope, 66.7. Okay, our average was 2883.0. Our extreme spread was 18.8. And our standard deviation 7.5. So far, by the numbers, they're all not too shabby. Final load is 38.8 grains of H4350. Again, it's 100% powder charge. And Gordon's told us that it should be running 2888. Let's see. 38.9 was right at 2,900 when we ran it last time, so Let's see what happens this time. And then what we'll do after we fire this string here, we'll get our numbers, we'll check the barrel temp, and I will run the barrel cooler while we are getting the target. So we'll have a known time to see how much the barrel's cooled. Okay, 38.8 grains, H4350, pushing the 109 grain Berger hybrid. This will be on the final dot to the right. Okay, 38.8. Again, holding 6 o'clock on the black dot. $29.05.1. $28.92.8. $28.92.2. Felt like I kind of put a little extra effort into that trigger. $28.99.0. Boy, you're just missing cases left and right today. $28.81.5. And right off the bat, 68.0, 69.4. Okay. 38.85 shot average was 28.94.1, 28.94.1. Extreme spread 23.7. And standard deviation 7.9. Our standard deviations look pretty good all the way across the board there. But we'll worry about that later. So let me get this started. And we'll go get that target. Okay. That's stuck up in the chamber. It's running. We're moving air. Let's go get that target. Got the barrel cooler cooling. We're going to walk 100 yards down. We're going to shut our target cam down. We're going to grab our target and we're going to go back. And first thing we're going to do, we're going to see what that barrel temperature is looking like. Bring it back when we get to the target. And I said a word that both cameras didn't like. Okay. Good. Okay, that was our cold bore shot, and that was the rest of them. Not too bad, not too bad. That's the one I thought I may have jumped the trigger, but it looks like I put 2 up there. So maybe I didn't jump the trigger. But let's go pull that, go measure that. This is the only one I'm going to take 2 measurements. We're going to take I'll measure it with the cold bore shot, then I'll measure it without the cold bore shot, because taking that cold bore shot out, that's a smoking group. Okay, as we're walking our way back to see how the barrel cooler's doing, I tried something new today because of the way the camera setup is on this range. Some of the range is in the bright, some of it's in the shadow, and it's generally pretty dark. So I'm actually running a light today on my camera to see if I get better video back at the rifle. Those of you that do any video work or photography will understand what I'm talking about. The rest of y'all may not ever notice. Barrel cooler is still cooling. It's a little hard out. Yep, that is moving air. And let's see. So we had just a couple of minutes. Chamber is down to 65.8. Midpoint is down to 63, 62.6. So in just that little bit of time to walk down and come back, pull the target, talk for a few moments down there, that barrel cooled quite a bit. It's, you know, kind of a heavy profile barrel. Let me go get the target measured and we'll see how those groups look. Alrighty, so our first group at 38.2 with the cold bore shot gave us a 0.714 inch group. Taking that cold bore shot out, the remainder of the group fell into 0.280 inches. Gave us 2853.3, which is right about where I want to be, and 5.8 standard deviation. 38.4 gave us a 0.657 inch group at 2871.9 and a 3.3 standard deviation. Probably going to be one of these two, or possibly even 38.3 or 38.1. 38.6 gave us a 0.828 inch kind of a flat group at 2883.0 with a 7.5 standard deviation, and 38.8 gave us a 0.654 at 2894.1 and a 7.9 standard deviation. All respectable groups. But take that cold bore shot out, and the rest of that is pretty snug there. Wow. 38.2, once we take that cold bore shot out, gave us a really tight group, 0.280 inches. That's like just a hair over a quarter of an inch once we get the cold bore shot out. I guess I can take the cooler hose out. Still haven't decided what load I want to run, because I do want to shoot that PRS match here in a few weeks. I'm going to go back and probably reload some of the Varget load, because that was shooting real good, and probably use up the rest of my, well, I shouldn't say the rest of my Varget, because I did pick some Varget up while I was on the road. I found some. But use up the rest of that first jug of a Varget I had. And we'll see how that stuff works, but that's for another day. Today we shot H4350, pushing the 109 grain Bergers again. We got our speed down where I want it to be. I want to be about under 2,900. Everything was under 2,900. I would really like to be 2850-ish, and the first load we shot came in at 2853.3. which was 10 feet faster than GRT said we would be. So GRT was close. I'm pleased. Everything worked well. We got some good groups, got some more data. We know the barrel cooler cools. So if y'all haven't seen this video, I'll put a link one side or the other. It'll be up here somewhere. You can go back and watch my video, which will link back to Jarhead Drew's video to tell you where to get the parts, and it'll all work out well. Pretty cool little contraption. So, with all that being said, Halfmilesniper, as always, reminding you, stay strapped or get clapped. Carry everywhere you can. We're not going to talk about CCWs today. We're just going to remind you that concealed means concealed. Carry everywhere you can. It's getting crazy out there, and there's a whole bunch of people that don't like the whole rest of the country. So, yeah. And the guys I used to work with, they've got it real rough right now because they're being allowed to do their job, and that whole bunch of people that don't like the rest of us don't like them doing their job. So I really appreciate y'all hanging with me. Be sure to check out my affiliate links down below in the pinned comment. Can't put them in the description. I got in trouble for that. In the pinned comment. So, okay. As always, thank you for hanging with me. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. And until next time, Halfmilesniper reminding y'all, stay safe, keep shooting. We'll catch you next time.
Send it. Hit.